careful what you say because cats in chat.
Hello, Fantasy in Five. Cat is back. Meow, meow, meow. Our first topic, giving grace. One of my league mates accidentally dropped one of his top players, and the commissioner won't agree to give the player back to him. Guys, mistakes happen, and newbies, as well as seasoned vets, make mistakes. For instance, Chris Dunn, Ryan Dunn. Maybe I wanted to pick up Chris Dunn, but I picked up Ryan Dunn instead. Not saying that that happened, but it could happen. I think it's better to give grace and assume best intentions and revert and just let that manager learn from the mistake, but also everybody can know that the commissioner has everyone's health in mind, the league's health in top of mind, because a league that cares is a league that endures, right? Give a little grace when things like that happen and assume best intentions. Next topic. Hobby or vice? This is a meaty one, guys, because I think a lot of us will empathize with this person. Every year without fault, I find myself constantly checking stat lines, sending out BS trades, adding players to my watch list, refreshing chat rooms, triple boxing games, overthinking sit starts, raging on my hurt players, zoning out at work whether I should pick up Josh Minot. Fantasy basketball completely takes over my life. Until March, this will consume 90% of my thoughts and time. It's so much fun, but it also makes me think, what if I had never started playing? The last 10 winners of my life could have been so different. Yes, yes, I know what this is like. And I have friends that have quit fantasy basketball because they actually wanted a life. They wanted to do stuff. They wanted to read books. They wanted to play music. They wanted to go hiking. And they wanted to go places where there was no Wi-Fi. But there's a lot of us sickos out there that are just, it's like I'm patting my cat paw to my arm, needle to vein. They need the rush that comes with fantasy basketball and playing fantasy basketball. I get it. And I think it's a hobby when it doesn't negatively impact your life, and it becomes a vice when it does. Maybe you are not working at your job because you are checking fantasy chat rooms and Twitter and stuff, and neglecting maybe somebody that is slacking you saying, "Hey, can you help me out with this?" That is when you should say, "Hmm, this is a vice. This is maybe not good for me." I think it's really good to take a break, maybe, and think about the role that fantasy basketball plays in your life, and then make the decision whether or not you need to cut back, quit altogether, do whatever is best for your well being. Not all of us can do that. I know this, but talk to a friend, talk to your parents, talk to your husband or spouse, and get their perspective, because it's always good to check yourself over time during the season. Right. Next topic. Maybe not so loaded. Yeah, let's take a little break from the heavy. Is this ick or ilk? Ilk, same ilk or ick? Does anyone have all three of the genital bros on their team? Grady Dick, Kalkbrenner, or either Ball brother? I just thought this was funny, and we need more jokes. And this is a funny one. Hit me up if you have any, all three of these guys on your team, because you've got the genital, what do you call it? The genital trinity happening. And congrats. I doubt anyone has all three of these players on their team though, unless this is super deep league. Anyway, that's what she said. Meow. Okay, and the last topic is trade dialogue. I'd like to see fantasy platforms make it mandatory to make a comment when declining a trade. Give the manager making the offer some sort of feedback. I agree to this, plus one to this, meow, meow. It's always good to have a dialogue when you're either receiving a trade or making a trade. Dialogue is good. It shouldn't just be like silence on the other end and reject, or even better if it's accept, it's fine. But reject, like it's cold, heartless. Talk. talk about stuff. So yeah. Okay, guys. See you next time. Meow meow.
Careful what you say because cats in chat.